Hello, my name is Robert Rogers. Today I have the privilege of working for County Supervisor John Joya, and I used to be a colleague of Chris's at the West County Times, and we became great friends during our time there. Chris, as everyone knows here, was very kind, and he was sensitive, and he brought people together. I remember when my wife and I first came to the Bay Area in 2008. And we were new to the area. We had no family, no friends, no institutions here to welcome us. And like anyone else, when you come to a new, huge place, it can seem a little intimidating, a little bit different to you or apart from you. And one of the first things that really brought me into the community and made me feel welcome were those columns, were those stories that I saw in the physical newspaper and online. And it was always with his picture and his face, and we know how welcoming and how understanding that smile is, and they were stories about community members doing positive things. And so Chris's column was what sort of embraced us when we first came to this community. A few years later, I had the privilege of getting hired at the West County Times, and I came and I worked alongside Chris there at our little clubhouse, and Craig as well, down on Marina Way. And I came in there and Chris welcomed me with open arms on day one. And I remember those first few days, and it was tough. Starting a new job's always tough. And this was a particularly tough one because journalism is fun and it's great, but it's also a lot, especially all at once when you're first starting. So I was stressed out, probably struggling a little bit. And I had seen all of the great historical artifacts and the ephemera that were all over Chris's desk, and I had remarked to him how much I liked some of his old Rolling Stone magazines. And right away, couple days in, I started getting 1970-something Rolling Stone magazines on my desk when I walked in. Chris was giving me those from his personal collection. I'd only been there for a few days, but I think that he saw that I was taking on a little bit of water. I needed some help. I needed to lighten up a little bit. And he was there for me. And he gave me some stuff that gave me some great joy. And then lastly, when I had the privilege of talking to him a few months ago, our last conversation, and he was losing strength, but at the same time, he was gaining strength. And we talked for quite a while. And he talked about how he's working on his history projects. And we shared some notes, and we talked about maybe doing some dictation and how that could save strength and be able to continue his work. And there were a lot of reasons that we could talk about sad things that were going on. And I can't imagine what he was going through at that time. But just like you would expect Chris to probably do, he brushed that aside. And he said, what's really amazing, he said, Diana is taking care of everything. I don't have to worry about anything. She's got it all under control. He wanted to show that was really what was keeping him up, and that everything else, his journey, he was okay with what was going on in a sense, because he had the fortitude and the strength of his wife and his friends and everyone else. I really couldn't imagine, the word resilience was used a lot, but Chris was so brave and so strong. And this is just a few months ago, and I came away from that conversation, really moved, really broken up, but also heartened in a way, because Chris showed me more than I could ever have imagined. So, Chris, we love you. We know you're here with us, and thanks so much for being here.